What's going on, folks, and welcome into this week's edition of Talk Bird to Me here on Sports Tree. As always, Talk Bird to Me is presented to you by Everyday Freight. Help your business coordinate commercial shipments from one skid up to full loads all across North America. Everyday Freight for your shipping needs. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Connor Roundtree, and it is Open Week, my favorite week of the year. It is going down from Royal Liverpool, par 71, 7,383 yards. Fairly long track. You're going to need to be accurate off the tee and keep this ball on the fairway. These bunkers are absolutely, they're nightmares. They are, quite simply put, they are nightmares. And you got to avoid these bunkers because those are basically one-stroke penalties. We'll run through the course right now, and then we'll run through some of our best bets, and we'll preview the field. I'm excited. Let's get into it with previewing the course. And tee to green play is going to be so crucial to avoid those bunkers, as I said, and the fescue, to keep your ball in play off the tee and on that short stuff. So the consistent accuracy with the driver is key, but also if you can bomb it far and mitigate the risk of those bunkers and take some of those hazards out of play, well, you're going to set yourself up pretty. So we're looking for excellent tee to green play this week, and you need to be consistent with your irons when you can, because you got to hit these greens. The undulation is crazy. If you don't hit the right spot, your ball could roll off the green, and then you're going to be dealing with these mounds and stuff around the green. So you're going to have to be creative around the green. You're going to have to be able to hit greens in regulation, and then, of course, it's a major championship. You need to convert on birdie opportunities. Putting is going to be crucial this week, especially on these greens. You don't want to be blasting the ball by and forcing a bogey when you could have had a par. Now, the first golfer that we have to talk about breaking into the field is Rory McIlroy. Yes, he is the co-betting favorite with Scotty Scheffler at 7-1 to 7.5-1, depending on where you get your odds. But Rory McIlroy has 6 consecutive top 10 finishes, and in fact, the last time that he won a major back in 2014, he won the week prior. Well, he just won the Scottish Open last week, so he is primed to go off if history says so, and he's in excellent form right now, so I will not be ignoring Rory McIlroy. Look, the Irish veteran isn't the type of guy to win, go partying, and take a week off. He knows what's on the line right here with the Open, another major championship, and his home Open at that. Well, I'm not crazy about Rory's value at 7-1. I will be playing him in the top 20 spot at dash 200. Bet 2 units to win a unit because it just seems locked in at this point. 6 consecutive top 10s, even going against the best golfers in the world. I think he should be able to convert on a top 20. His round 1 3 ball is another place I will be targeting Rory. At plus 150, I'll definitely be taking a shot on him against Justin Rose, who I think Rory will just overpower off the tee, and Jon Rahm, who quite simply isn't in the same form as McIlroy. And Rory McIlroy has a knack for starting fast, so I like him to have a good first round and win his 3-ball matchup at plus 150. Now, the other co-betting favorite, Scotty Scheffler, 7 consecutive top 5 finishes on tour, including a T3 at the Scottish Open. He has 19 straight top 12 finishes, and we have been cashing on his top 20 ticket. Again, he is dash 200 as well, so you bet 2 units to win a unit. You have to play that for Scotty Scheffler. That is what has been paying my rent this year. One thing I do want to note, Rory and Scotty to both finish in the top 20, if you parlay that pays plus 125. That is an excellent look for 2 guys that I am quite certain will be in contention come Sunday. Rory, obviously, he has the form, and Scotty Scheffler, he also has the form, and he has yet to win a major this season, and I feel like to make this season complete, Scotty might need that major. So I am going to be playing Scotty Scheffler for the top 20 spot, but again, the odds at 7 to 7.5 to 1 is not the most appealing thing to me. The next guy that I want to talk about that I think will be in contention come Sunday is Brooks Koepka, and at 20 to 1, it's worth a look for the major murderer. Not only did he win the PGA, he finished T2 at the Masters and then a top 20 finish at the US Open. I love his top 20 number at plus 105, and I will be playing that. But at 20 to 1, maybe a sprinkle on Brooks to win won't be the worst idea. Also, I will be playing his round 1 3-ball number because I can't get enough of that matchup between Brooks and Patrick Cantlay. Brooks was saying at the other majors that how slow Cantlay plays and that he should start getting stroked, and now he's going toe-to-toe with him. I also don't think Patrick Cantlay's all that great in majors. I think Brooks will be able to dial in his driver, take some of those bunkers out of play by just out hitting them, and I don't think Hideki's on the same level. So Cantlay, Hideki, and Brooks Koepka plus 150 to win that 3-ball matchup. Give me that all day. And the fact he's playing with Cantlay is just going to be that's going to be must-watch TV. At 22 to 1, you can't ignore Victor Hovland. I had a future on Victor Hovland going into this golf tournament, and I have to say I'm quite confident to stick with that future. I think that Hovland has the ability to mitigate the risk off the tee, get over some of that fescue, cut some corners, and get over some of those bunkers. However, I'm not sold on his around the green play. Some of those bumps and mounds around the green are quite large, and you need to get creative to get the ball up and onto those greens, almost like Jordan Spieth-esque. And I'm not sure if Hovland's short game is quite there yet, but he putts lights out. He has excellent irons that he can flush. His ball striking is incredible, and he can hit it off the tee. So if he can hit the green, Viktor Hovland will most definitely be in contention at 22-1. It could be worth a look. One guy that I definitely will be playing this week is Tyrrell Hatton. He's on home soil. He's one of the hottest players in the world, and he's 25-1 to win it all right now. And the top 20 finish pays plus 115. His 3-ball matchup, that'll be a fun group to watch with Homa and Morikawa. I just feel like this is Hatton's week. So again, plus 150 is Hatton's number, and I will be playing Tyrrell Hatton to win that 3-ball matchup because I think it's his week. I'm not sure about the form that Max Homa is in currently, and Collin Morikawa is always game at a major, right? His ball striking is phenomenal, but against Tyrrell Hatton this week, I think the fiery Hatton will be able to get off to a hot start on Thursday. All right, folks, now it's time for my favorite pick of the week. It's the hometown hero at 28-1. It is Tommy Fleetwood. He grew up less than 30 miles away from this track. He's already had some fun practice rounds earlier this week, smiling and laughing in the rain, walking the course with Tyrrell Hatton, and I love that. I love that for Tommy Fleetwood. The local lad is fresh off of a top 6 finish at the Scottish Open and has 6 top 20 finishes in his last 8 starts on tour. I love Tommy Fleetwood to go out and make some noise this week. I think this really could be Tommy's week to get things done, and statistically he fits this perfectly. Not only did he finish 5th at the US Open last month in a major, but he ranks 3rd in overall putting average, 4th in putts per round, 7th in total strokes gained, and 13 in sand save percentage. If he gets into the sand, he can get out, he can get that sand save. So I like Tommy Fleetwood to dial it in with the flat stick and gain some strokes on these greens. You utilize his ball striking capabilities and keep that ball in play off the tee. He's accurate, and gosh darn, he's going home. This just feels like it could be a storybook ending for Tommy Fleetwood. A storybook in the making for Tommy Fleetwood, pardon me. His career is nowhere near over. And then this is also our best bet of the week. Top 20 finish for Tommy Fleetwood at plus 115. That value is undeniable for a guy that has 6 top 20 finishes in his last 8 starts, is fresh off of a T6, and finished T5 in his last major. Let's lock in Tommy Fleetwood. And he's a local. He knows this course. Oh man, I'm excited for this ticket. Let's block in Tommy Fleetwood. The second live golfer that I want to touch on is Dustin Johnson at 33-1. There could be some value there, but I love his opening day 3-ball matchup. Saeed Theegala and Emiliano Grillo are excellent golfers, but they're nowhere near Dustin Johnson's level. At plus 120, I will be locking in Dustin Johnson to win that opening day 3-ball matchup. He has the distance off the tee, and he's won at majors before. I'm not worried about Dustin Johnson's form heading into this major, and not to mention the fact he also has 2 consecutive top 10 finishes on live. Getting into your longer shots now at 55-1, I think he's a course fit. The US Open champion, Wyndham Clark. His top 20 number is plus 200, so that carries excellent value as well. But just the fact that his distance off the tee can take some of those bunkers out of play, I like a big week here for Wyndham Clark. And then our last pick is Minwoo Lee at 80-1. I actually love Minwoo Lee, and I love his 3-ball matchup at dash 110. Harrison Crow has nothing on Minwoo Lee, and then Christian Bezuidenhout is a solid player, but he's not the big game hunter that Minwoo Lee is. The Aussie is in excellent form right now, finishing 9th or better in 2 of his last 3 PGA starts, including a top 5 finish at the US Open last month. I love Minwoo Lee's stat profile for this track as well, especially with his putting. He ranks 1st overall in putting average, 4th in strokes gained putting, and 7th in putts per round. If he can get the ball on the green, he can knock it down, and that will boost him up this field. So look for Minwoo Lee to make some noise this week. A plus 230 for a top 20 finish is something that I will have to bite on. All right, folks, now it's time for your Talk Birdie to Me trivia question to get in to win a pair of PGA tickets to any event that you'd like to see next season, excluding a major. All right, folks, here is your question. Ready? Who has the most Open Championship wins of all time? Head over to sportstreet.ca, answer that question, and let us know who you think has it. If you get it right, you're in to win a pair of PGA tickets to any event that you'd like to see next season, excluding a major. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree, and we'll talk birdie to you next time. Enjoy the Open Championship.